Hello friends, in this video we'll be discussing about ecological succession, in which a distributed ecological community restores its flora and fauna along with some abiotic factors too, like soil in case of primary succession. If it's a secondary succession, then there is no need of restoring the abiotic factors because they are already present there. Like we see, we have an ecological community which is having a diverse species structure. When this community meets any natural disaster or any environmental phenomena like soil erosion, forest fire, and much more, so we see there is a change in its species structure in course of time, and we gradually get a new species structure after the disturbance. And it takes time, which may vary from community to community. It can be decades or millions of years also. So basically, in this time, the community evolves after the disturbances. Now let's see how this succession occurs in nature. First of all, we have a normal stable ecosystem. It has got both biotic as well as abiotic factors. Biotic factors includes all flora and fauna, that's all living organisms. And you know the abiotic part, that is the non-living part of ecosystem, which includes soil, water, temperature, gases and light and all other non-living part. Either by anthropogenic or naturogenic causes, the ecosystem gets disturbed. So we have a disturbance here now, like by soil erosion, mass destruction, forest fire, and by other means. If it meets soil erosion, then abiotic factors are also lost like soil. So after that, there's the environmental pressure, environment becomes vulnerable and life is threatened and destroyed eventually. So by this, the ecological community does not sustain any life. So we cannot call it an ecological community now because there are no living communities presently living in it. So it wipes all the living organisms in it, all living communities in it. So it needs restoration. So it is this process, it is this ecological succession which restores the ecosystem. Now let's see how this ecosystem gets restored. We have two scenarios here. Either the soil is absent or the soil is present in the disturbed area. When we have a soil-less area, first of all, in the restoration process, there needs a soil, which this disturbed area will get through a process called weathering, which will form the soil by the process called pedogenesis. That is the formation of soil or soil development simply. And the soilless area will have a soil finally after the said processes, and gradually the soil will start to show the symptoms of getting life back in the form of autotrophs first. And when there are enough autotrophs, the nature will send off some heterotrophs to balance the community to make it stable one. On the other hand, while soil is already present, there is no need of any weathering or pedogenesis. It will directly start having autotrophs followed by heterotrophs after it gets favorable conditions to start a new life. And by this way, in both cases, the ecosystem gets restored. When an ecosystem gets from the crack, that's from having nothing, like from soilless area, we say it's the primary succession. And when ecosystem gets restored from area having soil present already in it, we call it secondary succession. So this is all about ecological succession in nutshell. What primary succession is, what secondary succession is. I hope you like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe this channel. Thanks.